Hello, my dear cadets. Welcome you all in the study of electricity. You are watching this class, it means you are eager to know about the effects of electrical currents, its applications, electric power, and about horsepower and kilowatt hour. So, let's start our class. Our universe actually consists of four things: space, time, mass, and energy. Einstein showed by his theory of relativity that energy and mass, we can exchange them. It means mass can be converted into energy and vice versa. Okay, mostly this energy is stored in a nucleus of an atom or chemical bond or voltage ampere, that phenomenons. Okay, so this type of energy we can exclude from that and we can use in our daily purposes for doing the work. Okay, whenever we are distributing the energy, okay, or we can say distribution of energy, in higher class we will learn it through entropy. Now today we will particularly pay attention on the energy which is absolutely related with voltage ampere concept, and then slowly from that energy we will come to the topic of the electrical power. Okay, electrical current when passes through a wire, it can show its power, it can show its energy in three distinct ways. First one is the heating effect of electrical current, next is chemical effect, and third one is magnetic effect. Heating effect, this principle we are using in iron stove, electrical kettle or water heater. So we are using this heating effect. Simply heat will produce when current will passes through a wire. Chemical effect means whenever current passes through any liquid, then also it do some particular work, it delivers some particular it fulfills some particular purpose. It have also many uses, and we called it, or we use in terms of electroplating, that we have learned in class 8, or by electrolysis. From water we can produce oxygen and we can use, so that type of uses are there. Magnetic effect means whenever current is passing through a wire, and especially the current is alternating current, it means the amplitude of the current vary, then it will produce a magnetic field around the circuit or around the wire. That also have many applications, especially electric bell, electric fan, motor, generator. All the instruments we are using electricity, and in that particular field we are actually using the magnetic effect of electricity. But according to the syllabus, we have to in this chapter pay attention only on the heating effect of electric current. So question is how and why heat is produced. Very simple. Let's try to understand by a simple example. Suppose you are walking in a narrow road. Okay, suppose let us consider you are denoted by this person. You are walking in a narrow road. Another person is coming, and as a result you are getting some oppositions. As the person is coming from opposite directions, so it gives some resistance to you. So if you want to move further and the road is really very narrow, then you have to fight with this person. So from opposite direction who is coming, you have to fight with that. Yes or no? And whenever you are fighting with that person, you have to deliver some amount of energy. And as a result, there will be some sweat also in your body, or the result of the energy delivering is itself the sweat. Clear? Here the person who is coming from opposite direction, this one is nothing but the resistance. You who want to go, you are the current, and whatever is produced in that reluctance because of the barrier, whatever result we are getting, your sweat in your body, that is the heating effect of electricity. Okay, so like this we can make some similarities with our daily phenomenon and the current electricity heating effect. So whenever electrons want to pass through the metallic wire, the ions that is present inside the wire give the oppositions. As a result, our electron have to perform some work against that opposition force. Okay, these electrons have to perform some work against the opposition coming from the ions. Because of that work done, some amount of energy will convert into heat. Okay, so like that heat is produced whenever current is passing through a wire. Very easy. Now there are a lot many application of heating effect of electrical current. Let's take some examples. First of all, we will discuss about the lightning applications. Electric bulb. The most common example of heating effect of electricity is filament type of bulb. Now something we will discuss related with this filament bulb. First one is by which material this filament is made. There is doubt. Some people are telling it's made by tungsten. Some are telling it's made by nichrome wire. Nichrome. So what is actually correct? Actually, nichrome wire have high resistance. I can say resistance of nichrome and resistance of tungsten. Nichrome resistance is high. So that is the good for nichrome. That goes to the favor of nichrome. But at the same time, the boiling point of nichrome and boiling point of tungsten actually denoted by W. I am just writing here the first word, boiling point of tungsten. Here if we come and try to discuss something, it will be completely different. Tungsten boiling point is much larger than nichrome. Tungsten boiling point is closely 3422 degree centigrade, while nichrome boiling point is approximately 1600 Kelvin, or if we convert into degree centigrade it will be below 2000. And this temperature maximum nichrome wire can tolerate. It means if we use nichrome wire in the filament it will melt. Maximum temperature is 2000 degree centigrade for example. That is not enough. If you increase the temperature that will melt. So because of the reason we are using mainly tungsten. Tungsten is denoted by the W symbol, okay, and its atomic number is 74, mass is 183.84, while nichrome is not a pure metal, it's the alloy made by 80% nickel and 20% chromium. Nickel atomic number 28, mass 58.6, chromium atomic number 24, mass 51.9 closely. So this is all about tungsten and nichrome. Now let's discuss something regarding this tungsten. This China is the country which contribute 80% production of the tungstens in today's global demand. So whatever our demand, 80% tungsten is coming from China. I am not telling about India, it's the globally China is serving. Now all the bulbs are not acting on the basis of heating effect of electricity. This is the filament based bulb that works on the heating effect of electricity, that is E is equals to I square RT. There are many other types of bulbs. This is CFL type of bulb. You know the name? Full name is compact fluorescence light. How it work? Actually the tube in the picture you can experience a tube. So in that tube two things actually filled. One is argon gas, inert gas, another is the mercury vapor. By the two terminal, whenever we allow the current, then this mercury vapor will be absorb the energy, and after that it will radiate ultraviolet radiation. So first mercury vapor that present inside the tube will absorb the radiations or the energy, then it will radiate ultraviolet radiation. The ultraviolet radiation now falls on the wall of the tubes, and the wall is made by fluorescence coating. One fluorescence coating is there, we called phosphor. The name is not phosphorus, phosphor. Whenever the radiation falls on that coating, it absorbs the energy, and after some time it again releases the energy. Now the energy is visible lights. So in CFL is not the direct application of heating effect of current electricity. There are one more type of electric bulb, that is LED. CFL bulb is 35% more efficient than normal bulb. that we are using in today's date, LED bulb is more power efficient than CFL also. So in coming 10 to 15 years, we hope that there will be no normal bulb, filament type of bulb. It will be completely replaced by CFL and LED, because it is help us to save the power and the electricity. Clear? Let's take some more examples. Bread toaster, iron, stove, kettle, water heater, all are working on the principle of heating effect of electricity. Let's take electric cooker. Inside the electric cooker we are using actually nichrome wire. Now we don't require light, we want heat as the output. So here actually we are using nichrome wire, not in bulb, because nichrome wire resistance is very high. That is the reason that type of nichrome wire we are using. When current passes through the nichrome wire, because of H equals to I square RT, very high R is there, so heat will be huge and it will produce enough amount of heat. Now let's try to understand about electrical power. Very easy. Electrical power, okay, simply it means electrical energy transfer divided by how much time it actually taken. For example, from a reservoir I am releasing E amount of energy, electrical energy through wire, and it take T time to do so. So power will be simply how much energy I have shifted, that is E, and how much time I have taken, that is T. Now energy and work done are equivalent to each other, so we can write work by time. In class 9 we have learned work is nothing but force into displacement, so by T. Now displacement by time is velocity, so we can write power equal to force into velocity. But this power is completely mechanical power, like a engine, a machine, a crane. For that we can use this. For electricity, how to get the expression for power? Let's solve it in the next slide. So for the derivations of the expression of power, let us consider the voltage difference is V, current is going I, and the resistance across which we will calculate the power is R. Very simple. Now let's take the definition of voltage. We have learned that work done to carry 1 coulomb charge from infinity to some point is called the voltage. How much work we have to perform to carry plus 1 coulomb charge, that is voltage. So we can say work done to carry plus 1 coulomb charge is V. So if we want to carry cube amount of charge in T time through this resistance, then work done will be cube into V, because V is the work done to carry unit charge. So to carry cube charge, work done will be simply cube into V. So that is the work done. Then power will be work done by time. that is cube into V by T. We all know that cube means charge means current I into time T. So I into T into V by T. So now this T we can cut, so finally it will come power equal to VI. Okay. So now this power expression we can again represent into different way. One is like this, P equals, we can replace now V is IR into I, so it will come I square R. Also we can write power equal to V into this I we can write as V by R, so it will come V square by R. So in this slide we have learned three expression for power. First is P equals VI, next is P equal to I square R, and third is power equal to V square by R. Now any equation we can use for the mathematical problem, but it will be time saving if we use equation 2 for the circuits that is having series connection, because in series current is common. So I square R will be helpful for power calculation in series connection, and third equation will be helpful for power calculation if the components are arranged in parallel circuit, because here V is common and we know in parallel voltage remains same for all the components. Clear? Good. Now let's learn about the unit of electric power. We have learned that power means work done by time. Work done in class 9 we have learned it is joule, and time unit is second. So simply power unit will be joule by second. Now I will tell you about a scientist. His name, a Scottish scientist. Actually it is the not scientist, engineer, Scottish engineer. His name was James Watt. Okay, James Watt was born at 1736. At the age of 40, James Watt discovered steam engine in the year of 1776. He discovered steam engine, and we know any engine the most important parameter is power, whether it is motorbike or auto or bus or aeroplane. The main important component of the engine is delivering of power. So to give respect to that particular scientist, the entire joule by second term is denoted by watt. So we can say that unit of power is either joule by second, or we can say it is watt. Okay. Now this watt is really a small unit. That's why there are so many that watt is a small unit. That's why there are so many sub multiple and multiple of this watt. It means this watt we can divide it into two category. One is multiple, another is sub-multiple. In multiple means mostly we are using kilowatt, matlab 10 to the power 3 watt, and megawatt. Mega means 10 to the power 6 watt. In sub multiple category there are 3 to 4 that sometime we will use, so better to learn about them. First one is milliwatt, small m, that is capital M, difference means 10 to the power minus 3 watt. After that microwatt, 10 to the power minus 6 watt. Then nanowatt, 10 to the power minus 9 watt. After that picowatt, 10 to the power minus 12 watt. After that femtowark, small fm, 10 to the power minus 15 watt. So these are some sub multiple and multiples of this power, matlab watt. Let's take some example now. Let's take some example. For example, let's consider our LED TV in home. LED TV power is approximately 100 watt. Let's take LED bulb. That power is max to max 25 watt. Let's take normal bulb in our home, filament bulb. You can note it, normal filament bulb is also called incandescent bulb. That can take, generally we are using 150 watt bulbs. Just think about our desktop. Closely 100 watt, actually below 100 watt, the power used per second is below 100 joule, or we can say 100 watt. Let's think about electrical kettle, closely 2.5 kilowatt. So we have learned already kilo. That is the reason I have explained about multiple and sub-multiple of watts. We will use it in different platforms. Clear? Now we will try to understand how a movement of horse is related with our today's study. One scientist we already have taken the name, that is actually engineer James Watt. What happened? So let's now try to understand the story with engine, power and horse. Clear? One another unit of power is, we already learned watt. One more unit is there, that is horse power, which shortly known as the HP. The same scientist James Watt have discovered this new horsepower unit, but there is a story. Let's try to understand the story. Okay, when James Watt make the steam engine, he already make the steam engine. Just now I told you, in the year of 1776, James Watt discovered the technique of engine, steam engine. He wanted to buy it, he wanted to sell it actually among the people. Now what happened? The people are already that time using the horse, and that was most cost effective. That is the reason they are not accepting it. After that, James Watt do some homework and he come to the conclusion that whatever power the engine is delivering, that is closely equal to the power given by 10 horse. So that's why for increasing the popularity of the engine among the people, he convert the output energy or the power of the engine, he relate it with the horse. And he at that time whatever engine he have discovered, he have shown experimentally the power is close to power of the 10 horse. So from that day a new power of electricity came in the science, that is horsepower. Okay. Now let's take the definition of horsepower. Let's take the definition of horsepower. Remember, it's a BTU or horsepower is are not SI unit. It is British thermal unit. Okay. And definition of horsepower is 550 foot-pound per second. It means if 1 pound object, if we have taken an object of 550 pound and we want to displace it by 1 foot in 1 second, then how much power or how much energy per second we have to deliver, that is equal to 1 HP. Clear? So 1 HP equal to 550 foot-pound per second. You should know 1 foot means 30.48 second and 1 pound is closely equal to 453.5 gram. Now people have less idea. Sometimes they are telling 1 horsepower means power coming from 1 horse. That is wrong. Actually, we human being, whatever maximum power we can deliver, that is between 1 to 2 horsepower. Okay? And a horse, whatever power it can deliver, it is closely max to max, it will be up to 15 horsepower. So we human beings, our capacity of delivering power is 1 to 2 horsepower, and for horse it is max to max 15 horsepower. Just now we have learned another unit, that is watt. One more unit we have learned, horsepower. Both are unit of power. So there is a relationship between the horsepower and watt. That is 1 horsepower equals to 746 watt. Clear? A simple relationship between it. We should remember it because in numerical we have to use this knowledge. Now we will try to understand about kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. In home we are using unit in the electrical bills. That unit is nothing but kilowatt hour. Remember, kilowatt hour is not a famous unit. We use it for our practical life, daily life we are using it. Simply 1 kilowatt hour means how much energy required to run a device having 1 kilowatt power for 1 hour. So we can write like this: kilo means 1000, watt means joule per second, 1 hour means 3600 second. So now finally it will come 36 into 10 to the power 325 joule, or we can write 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. 1 kilowatt hour means this much joule. Very simple. So that is the important relationship between the joule and kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour finally represent joule. It means kilowatt hour is the unit of energy. That's why it have a relationship with the joule. Okay. So cost of electricity in our home is calculated by this kilowatt hour, and we know it as the units. The per unit cost in India is decided by the states, and on today's date Maharashtra is the state where per unit or per kilowatt cost is maximum, approximately 9.46, and in Bengal also it is high, approximately 8.4, and in the Sikkim it is lowest. In Sikkim the unit charge is lowest in today's date. One more information I will give you, that is one country is there, name is Turkmenistan. In that state, actually world largest reservoir of natural gas is there. That is the reason in Turkmenistan government supply the electricity in free of cost. Only one country in the globe that is supplying electricity in the free of cost is Turkmenistan. And if we take the globally, then Sweden is the country. They are paying lowest cost for their per unit cost is lowest in the Sweden and highest in Germany. Per unit cost is highest in Germany in today's days. So this is all about kilowatt hour. And in home, in meter box, whatever reading is coming, that is nothing but kilowatt hour, or in the units it is coming. They are same actually.